We need to put off, leave behind, remove entirely the life we used to live before we became Christians. However, too many Christians mistakenly believe that righteous living depends entirely upon resisting temptation. The Bible tells me to avoid sin, so if I do that, I will live the right way in the eyes of God. But resisting temptation is only half of the equation. In addition to resisting temptation, we must also implement righteous living. As Paul says, it's more than a matter of putting off the old man. We must also put on the new man. If we avoid returning to worldly ways, we have only gone part way into the Christian faith. Jesus describes this choice as two paths in Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 and 14. Enter by the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. Putting off the old man, as Paul describes it, means leaving behind the broad way that leads to destruction. Putting on the new man means we must walk the narrow, difficult path that leads to eternal life. If I leave the broad path, I must walk the narrow way. Otherwise, I'm still walking on the broad path that leads to destruction.